This video is made for entertainment review and storytelling purposes only. All clips and images belong to their respective owners.
Invisible Man is a gripping psychological thriller where a woman is haunted by her abusive ex, who may have found a way to become truly invisible. Welcome to the movies park. It's 3:42 a.m. The waves crash against a modern cold mansion built on a cliffside. Everything's quiet, except for the rapid heartbeat of Cecilia Cass. She's not just escaping a house, she's escaping a nightmare. Cecilia moves slowly. Every breath is calculated. Inside the futuristic home of Adrian Griffin, world-renowned optics pioneer, she tiptoes past surveillance cameras. She's drugged him. That gave her time. She disables alarms, grabs her go-bag, and slips out. She even stops for the dog, because abuse hasn't hardened her. It's made her careful, soft, determined. As she reaches the woods, headlights flash. Her sister Emily is there waiting. But suddenly, Adrian appears. He's fast. He's violent. He smashes the car window, screaming her name. But they drive off just in time. Cecilia is finally free. Or is she? Freedom isn't instant. It's not found in miles or police reports. It's found in peace. And Cecilia hasn't found that yet. She hides at a safe house, the home of childhood friend James Lanier, a police officer, and his teenage daughter Sydney. But she's still paralyzed. Even stepping outside feels dangerous. She's haunted by the idea that Adrian could find her at any moment. Then, 2 weeks later, Emily shows up again with news. Adrian is dead. He committed suicide. His body was found in his lab. At first, Cecilia doesn't believe it. But the story checks out. She tries to relax. Then Tom Griffin, Adrian's brother and attorney, contacts her. Adrian has left her $5 million, paid in monthly installments, if she stays mentally healthy. Control from beyond the grave. Cecilia tries to live again. She helps around the house. Connects with Sydney. But the fear hasn't left. It's only sleeping. Then the haunting begins. Her medication disappears. She hears breathing in the dark. Doors creak open. Footsteps echo in empty rooms. Cecilia knows something is wrong. She feels watched, followed, hunted. But no one believes her. She goes for a job interview. Her design portfolio is empty. She faints in the lobby. Drugged? Sabotaged? James is sitting with her in the hospital as the doctor tells her to basically keep it easy until her lab results are done. Cecilia is taking a shower and hears the phone ring. She picks up and it's her doctor telling her that the reason for her fainting is high levels of diazepam in her system. Cecilia sees a bottle of diazepam on the bathroom sink. It has a bloody fingerprint on it. Later, Cecilia has taken James with her to see Adrian's brother. She tells them about the bottle of diazepam, saying it was put there by Adrian, but the brother dismisses her. Then she says that she doesn't believe he's dead, saying that he's figured out a way to be invisible, and that she's sure his brother knows about it. James is shocked and Adrian's brother is unimpressed. He says that his brother tortured him by getting inside his head too. He shows her a picture of Adrian's dead body and tells her that he was also relieved when his brother died. Cecilia goes to see Emily and they have an awkward conversation in which her sister tells her that she read her awful email about how she feels about her. Cecilia tells her that she didn't send the email, but that Adrian did. Emily doesn't believe her and tells her to get help. That night, Cecilia checks the sent items on her email and finds the one sent to Emily. One night, Sydney walks in to find her, crying on the floor. After a few comforting words, they decide to go out. And then it happens. Out of nowhere, Sydney is struck. A powerful blow across her face. She screams and stumbles backward, shocked, confused. But James bursts into the room. Sydney is crying. Cecilia is stammering. She tries to explain. Something else did it. But to James, he packs up Sydney and leaves immediately. He doesn't even let her finish a sentence. Now, Cecilia is alone. The Invisible Man has succeeded. He is not just haunting her. He is isolating her. Piece by piece. It looks exactly like what Adrian wants it to look like. Cecilia knows that Adrian is somehow there and starts calling for him. She grabs a bag of coffee and spreads it all over the floor in one of the rooms, sitting herself down on the opposite end of the door. Firmly believing that Adrian is there, she talks to him, begging to be left alone. She gets the idea to call his phone, and when it rings, she can hear it in the ceiling. Celia climbs in the ceiling and starts looking for him but sees no one. She calls the phone again and goes in its direction, where she finds Adrian's keys, a knife, and her design work. There's a noise behind her, so she grabs a paint and throws it at the opening of the ceiling, suddenly showing the contours of a man. She gets down from the ceiling and looks for him. When she hears the water running in the kitchen, the sink is full of paint. An invisible hand grabs and lifts her abruptly. It throws her around the house. They fight. It chases after her and tries to strangle her, but she fights it off and runs out of the house. She returns to Adrian's home. Celia walks inside and is joined by Zeus. The dog follows her to the basement laboratory, where she heads straight to one of the gadgets. She tries to figure out what it is by looking at a tablet strapped to the wall and succeeds in deactivating the gadget, slowly revealing an invisibility suit. Cecilia is taking the suit of the mannequin when the dog barks and runs towards something, alerting her that there's someone else in the house. Celia goes to hide in the dressing room in the bedroom, but is followed by the invisible man. He opens the door, but ironically doesn't see her immediately. She runs away as the dog barks at him. Cecilia reaches out to Emily. She agrees to meet, in public, at a crowded restaurant. Cecilia tries to explain, but before she can finish, a knife floats in midair. It slashes Emily's throat, and it drops into Cecilia's hand. Cecilia screams. Blood everywhere. People run. She's arrested on the spot. Now she's locked in a psychiatric hospital. The world sees her as insane, but Cecilia knows the truth. The real horror comes next. She's pregnant. The doctors tell her. And Cecilia realizes Adrian's plan wasn't just revenge. It was control forever. Tom visits her. Offers a deal. Come back to Adrian. Raise the baby. Play along, and everything disappears. She refuses. But she doesn't just reject the offer. She plans. That night, she stages a fake suicide in her hospital room. She whispers into the air, begging Adrian to stop. It works. He reveals himself. She fights. Stabs him with a broken pen. Guards rush in, but they're no match. Adrian attacks them too. Cecilia escapes in the chaos. She runs through the city, straight to James' house. But she's too late. Adrian is already there. He attacks James. Chokes him. Sydney screams. Cecilia grabs a gun and fires. The invisible figure collapses. The suit malfunctions. Sparks fly. They pull the mask off. It's not Adrian. It's Tom. Later, police storm Adrian's mansion. And there he is, alive. Calm. Polite. Tied up in the basement. He says Tom did everything. He claims to be innocent. But Cecilia knows better. She's always known. That night she goes back to the house. The house is quiet. Adrian sits at the dinner table. He smiles like nothing ever happened. Like he's just a man reconnecting with the woman he loves. But Cecilia doesn't see love. She sees the monster behind the smile. The way he gaslights her, soft voice, measured words. Cecilia plays along. Calm. Composed. She thanks him for dinner, then excuses herself to the bathroom. Moments later, in perfect silence, a knife floats into view, just like the one that killed Emily. And before Adrian can scream, it slashes across his throat. He collapses. After a moment, Cecilia steps back into frame. Her expression unreadable, immediately calls the emergency services. She pulls away in the blind spot of the security camera, sits down, and watches him die. Moments later, James arrives. She tells him that Adrian had killed himself, but James sees in her hand the invisibility suit, hidden in her bag. They lock eyes. She's not afraid anymore. He says nothing. She walks out of the mansion. Into the night. Into freedom. Justice didn't come through the courts. It came in silence. With a knife. And a final act of power. Invisible Man is definitely a must-watch for thriller lovers. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Movies Park for more awesome movie stories.
This video is made for entertainment review and storytelling purposes only. All clips and images belong to their respective owners.